Hey guys, hopefully you guys can hear me. Hope everybody's doing good, having a good afternoon. It was raining earlier, so I wasn't able to do this earlier. But just remembering the legends, the people that we lost this week so far. Dolly Parton, um, Tim Curry, um, Peter Collins, voice of Optimus Prime. It's been kind of crazy. We've been losing these people. I think the designer of some famous designer also died, and then a couple more actors. I think. I think a couple voice actors as well. Yeah, it's been kind of crazy, man. Um, uh, Tim Curry was such a fun actor. He was in a lot of movies. He also sung in concerts and stuff like that. And also, he did the Rocky Horror Picture Show. He played Pennywise in the '90s miniseries. The Lord of Darkness in Legend. He also played in the Muppets Treasure Island. He was Dungeon Silver. And then um, uh, I know he did an he was on a show. I can't remember what the name was, but where he played like an American guy, and he was in Britain or London or something like that. And he had like an American accent. It was like a sitcom. And then he did some TV movies as well. Yeah. And then uh, it's crazy how Dolly Parton passed as well. And then uh, Peter Collins, the voice of Optimus Prime. Um, he he voiced a lot of cartoon characters as well, not just Optimus Prime. And then uh, he was also in the live action Transformers as well as Optimus Prime. Then uh, yeah, if anybody has any questions or comments or anything like that, let me know. If I can. Yeah, a lot of people passed. I mean, they were either already up there in their 80s or whatever, but some of them were. I think Tim Curry was real sick though, because he said that he said that he was struggling, and then uh, yeah, he was sick and whatnot. Um, I know when they did some of the anniversaries of the Rocky Horror Picture Show, he would sing. He would go up on stage. He's a good singer. He sang all kinds of stuff. He had a great voice. He could change his accent. Remember in Clue, that movie was funny. And then I know there was um, oh yeah, he was supposed to be the original voice for Joker in the animated series. Yeah. Um, did you guys like the thumbnail? It's Pennywise and the Optimus Prime truck. Um, what was I gonna say? Yeah, man. I mean, that's kind of crazy how people passed away. There's been a lot of them. Uh, yeah, it's gonna be tripped out. Who's gonna the Dollar Parton in the state? Who's gonna take over that? Shit, all kinds of stuff. Uh, then what was I gonna say? Yeah. Oh yeah, Tim Curry was also the voice of Nigel in the Wild Thornberries. Um, he also voiced uh, the hunter or the catcher or something like that in the Jumanji animated show. And then he was the guy that he would trade stuff with the kids, I think, in the cartoon. But he voiced a lot of animated cartoons. Um, Trying to remember what else was there. Um, yeah, because I remember there was two different cuts of Legend. There's a theatrical cut, or I think two or three. I'm not too sure because I know there's a theatrical cut, then the European cut. Um, um, and I think he did the voice of because he was in a lot of cartoons. He did the voice of I forgot what it was, but he did like the stage play or something like that or something. There was about I don't know if it was about Jesus or something, but he played like one of the villains. Because I know he had that accent that he could change it and he could do all kinds of stuff. Yeah, just trying to remember. Hey, what's up? What's up, Polly? Yeah, just mainly talking about the people that we lost this week. You know, Tim Curry, Dolly Parton, Peter Collins, all the actors that have passed. Um, it's crazy, man. I mean, I know that Tim Curry was real sick, but Peter Collins, he was a little bit older, right? He was like already 80, 85, 86 around there, somewhere right there. The voice of Optimus Prime. Yeah. Yeah, I've seen I think there was some videos on X or something that they were doing like AI stuff of the Snyderverse, or it was Superman versus X-Men or something. It was like weird, like all kinds of weird AI movies. Yeah. Yeah, seven celebrities. Yeah, man. A lot of them. Even the lady, she was a famous like wardrobe or something like that for some of the movies. I forgot what it was, but she was basically the stand-in for Miss Swan for Mad TV. Like she was the one that designed the little clothes and stuff for the characters. She died. She kind of resembles that little midget girl from I think the Incredibles or something like that. The little yeah, yeah. And Tim Curry did a lot of voices for like a lot of cartoons and movies and stuff. He played a lot of bad guys. Not to mention he was in Scary Movie too. That's why I still think only the first two are the best. The scary movie movies. After that, it just went downhill. Yeah, like the new one was crap. I didn't like it. Yeah, I was. Yeah, yeah. He also played the demon in Legend with Tom Cruise. Yeah, he uh he was freaking creepy as Pennywise though. He was crazy. Like I don't know. Skarsgård, he's all right, but like I didn't see him as being like creepy. Like I don't know something about like the Tim Curry's voice. He sounded like those old clowns from like back in the 30s, from like the ones that would smoke a lot and shit because of his throat. He's like, "I'll kill you, I'll kill you." I was like, he had that voice. Yeah, 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 yeah. And then um, he was funny in Home Alone as well. Uh, and then I know he came out a lot of movies. And they would do the Rocky Horror Picture Show. He would always be singing because he would sing too. He would get up on stage and sing and stuff. He was a good singer. I think he sang with Bowie or what's his name? Or Queen or some, one of those guys. I think he sang with one of them. He did a song with one of them because I know he would sing. He would get up on stage. I'm not too sure. I gotta go back and look at his stuff because I know he did a lot of. He did a sitcom back in the day where he was like an American guy, but he was in British. He was in Britain, so he had like this American accent, and it was an old TV sitcom. I forgot the name of it, but he's like a regular American guy. And he's over there in Britain or London or whatever the heck. But it was funny because they were showing most of the stuff, like all the stuff that he did. And he did a lot of things, like even a lot of uh like low budget TV movies and stuff like that. I know he played a warlock in one of those movies, the a Halloween movie or something. Yeah, it was tripped out. Yeah, I did stream Transformers earlier on Rumble because I couldn't stream it here on YouTube. So I was like, just like screw it up over there, and I got like 5 people watching over there. It was pretty cool. I talked a little bit about you know, uh, Peter Cullen, the voice of Optimus Prime and stuff. Yeah, I'm pretty sure they probably AI recorded his voice for like AI or whatever. And if they make more Transformers movies or yeah. I don't know. I wasn't a really big fan of the last one, the Beast. Yeah, yeah. The Beast ones, the Rise of the Beast was all right. Last night was weird too. Like it was just too much shit everywhere. It wasn't as good as like the first ones in the cartoon. Yeah. Oh, they're gonna be selling Dragon Ball Z toys at Burger King. That's pretty cool. Yeah, the last thing I got sent was I got one of the variants of the He-Man figures. He looks like Conan the Barbarian. I posted it on X. A friend of mine sent me that one. Looked pretty cool. It looked like Conan, like it looked like a barbarian style of He-Man. I showed it the future, but I don't even know if he saw it because I tagged him in. Uh, that's cool, man. Yeah, I remember when Burger King was they gave out those I don't know if they were die cast or they were made out of marble or something like that, but they were not painted. They look like sculpts or whatever the heck, but there were those like those little miniature ones like that. I think it was during that time because I know there's been so many freaking Dragon Ball Z movies, and there's been a lot of anime, like all the different types of anime. Because you get the original one, then you have the remake and the spin-offs and all that stuff. I remember back in the day when in the chips they would give out the stickers or the like the tazos and the Dragon Ball or sometimes win on the sodas. You could win prizes with for. I think they did that for everything though. They did it for movies, cartoons. They did it for the chips because I remember one time, I think it was Cheetos or Doritos or something, and they did something for one of the Batman movies. And if you get one of the prizes in there, it would be half off either to go see the movie or half off merchandising. You know, the if it's a shoe or a T-shirt or hat or whatever the heck, or a poster, you get free stuff. Yeah, there was a lot. I mean, there was a lot of those stuff like that. And then these days they don't do that much. I mean, I remember when it was Pizza Hut, KFC, um, Taco Bell. Remember when they would do the watches or the toys and all that stuff, like for the movies, like they would do it for Jurassic Park, Congo, some of the Star Wars movies. Yeah, 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 man. Yeah, because I remember when I would go to Mexico and go visit my cousins and stuff. Dude, there'd be all kinds of little stuff that you would win in the chips. Sometimes you would even win little toys and stuff that you just have to set up. Like, um, I think it was what was that freaking cartoon with the little robots? I forgot what one it was. It was one of those cartoon animes, and then they were like little robots or whatever the heck. It was during that time when Blade came out too as well, and it's like all those damn cartoons, Digimon and Pokemon and um, Monster Ranchers. All those damn cartoons were coming out. They all had all kinds of stuff with the chips. You could win figurines, little all kinds of little in the. And then remember the candy? I don't know if it was like the chocolate order. It was a little egg, and it had like little toys in it and stuff. That was cool. And, like they don't do none of that stuff anymore. It's just they don't care anymore. I mean, like back in the day, it was awesome. You'd find anything. Yeah, yeah. And in those days, you would go to the arcades, go to the movies, um, go to Pizza Hut or the restaurant, or go somewhere, or ride your bike or whatever the heck. Going through stuff. It's like now you can't even do shit. There's nowhere to go. It's like what the hell? Yeah, you know what messed it up though? I think it was the internet, man. It killed everything. That's why a lot of people say that. Oh, internet goes out. Keep your physical medias. Keep your movies. Now you notice that some of the WalMarts they're not even selling DVDs anymore. You gotta go to like another Walmart or another place or something. Even like the pawn shops or the half price books or whatever the heck, like places like that where they still sell DVDs or CDs or whatever the hell. Because Target and Best Buy they dropped all that crap. Yeah, 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 yeah. Yeah, the Dollar General. Yeah, I saw that. They have a shitload of movies, and they got those triple packs where you get like 4 or 5 movies for like $5 or whatever the hell. Yeah, you get the whole complete series. Yeah, yeah. So supposedly they leaked the post credit scene of the Insidious, but it didn't lead into anything. They just showed that the main villain of the movie got his comeuppance. That the dentist was drilling his teeth in or whatever the hell to the guy. Like it was those movies are stupid, man. They don't even make sense. It's the same bullshit they did. They made the first Saw movie. They dried it out. They made too many Saws. They did that with The Conjuring and they did that with Insidious. And don't get me wrong, I think like the first couple of Saw movies were okay, but then the rest of them went to shit. The Insidious movies they were all low budget. But don't ask me about freaking Conjuring, dude. That shit is whack. I never liked that crap. Those guys were assholes. They steal from people. Half of the books were that they made that they said, "Oh, this happened and that happened." It was all bullshit, man. Whoever owns that damn place, I feel sorry for them. But if those artifacts are real or not, I don't know, dude. I wouldn't mess with none of that shit. Cause why would you be messing around with a Ouija board or dolls or whatever the heck those little, those Raggedy Ann crap dolls? I don't know. Yeah, but I heard the guy he was getting nothing but bad luck. They would break into his house. The alarm would go off. Sometimes the things in the basement where they have all like the artifacts and stuff. Um, some of them would be tossed around all over the floor and stuff like that. I don't know, man. Yeah, some famous guy. I think he was. He started as I think he started as a YouTuber or something like that, and he would go like around haunted places, and he bought that crap off of I think the grandson of the Warrens or whatever. Yeah, yeah, man. We should review that next time around. Whenever you want to do that, the demons versus UFOs. Yeah, yeah. They would say something about the reptilians. That there's two different types of reptilian species. It was pretty weird. And then uh, just a lot of crazy stuff, man, that they were talking about. And I was watching those videos, the spooky videos that they put on YouTube. There was a guy. His neighbors left. They moved out, so the house is like right across the street from where he lives at, and the lights are on at night. You can see a person like running back and forth through like the house and stuff. And he jumped over to the fence and he was recording the backyard. And there was a guy like this peeking out through the windows, looking at him, and he said, "That's got to be a freaking demon or a ghost or something, because that it didn't look human." Yeah. All right. Yeah, we could do that, man. I know you've been busy and stuff. The scheduling's been kind of weird. But yeah, man, those videos are trippy. There was even a guy. He works at what was it? I think it was like a movie theater, and he closes it up. He turns the lights off and everything. And I think it's one of these old little theaters that are like small ones that still use like the old projectors. And he was in there, and somebody was like banging on the wall. You could hear the toilet flush, and then on the where the camera goes to hit the projector, there was handprints on the screen of the window. So when he was cleaning, He saw the two handprints right there. That was a creepy ass video. Yeah. Yeah, a lot of those shits. Next time I see any of that stuff, I'll send you the links so you can see you can watch those. Those shits are crazy. Yeah. But nah, man. Um, yeah, there hasn't been a lot of movies lately either. I mean, um, yeah, it's been pretty dry. I mean, horror movie wise or anything else. I'm not really that excited for any comic book stuff. Um, like I said, the movie, what was it? The Nightfall Batman. I didn't really care for it too much. I watched half of it and I turned it off. And it was just part one. I mean, it just felt repetition, and then like I don't know. I'm just not a big real. I haven't been a real big fan of cartoon stuff that much. The only thing that I really liked was the Chainsaw movie, Chainsaw Man. That was it. Yeah, yeah, man. Yeah, and then it kind of sucks like going live on here because I don't have StreamYard. I tried to get the free one, but right away they wanted a credit card or something for like after the first few days that you get for free. They let you try it for a little bit, but then after that they want money. I was like, fuck that crap. Yeah, yeah. But I might not even go that far with the live today, like this one. Yeah. Okay. Yeah, I might shut it down right now, anyways. There's not a lot of people coming in. I know there's other people streaming, but mostly the ones that get more views are the freaking people that are playing video games. I'm like, yeah, yeah. Catch you later, man. Yeah, guys. I'm probably gonna end this one, but catch you guys later. Hit me up in the comments if you guys want me to review movies or talk about anything else. And also make sure to follow the All Elite channel, which we'll be doing the podcasts on, and they'll be more talkative and stuff, and we'll have more fun stuff over there. All right. Peace out, guys.